Judgment Day.
So it's all falling apart for the Biden family as Hunter Biden is linked to funding Ukrainian biolabs. Now, this is an interesting story because, okay, Hunter Biden quite clearly, with his father and brother and the Biden family in general, has been using his father's status, certainly when he was vice president to Obama, to accrue millions and millions of dollars for the Biden family from sources in Ukraine, in China, and the Middle East, and so on. And so when his laptop became known publicly, the contents of it, because the idiot took it to be repaired and then forgot to pick it up, and the time elapsed to the point where the shop owned the laptop, which is for non-payment of bills. That's the story anyway. Knowledge of that, knowledge of what was on it was suppressed. I mean, Twitter just banned the New York Post from posting the story about it. And yet suddenly, because obviously that would have been very bad for Joe Biden, who was trying to be president at the time, but suddenly it's kind of all changed. Now the New York Times, that was kind of, oh no, Russian disinformation, all that stuff, it's not true. Now they're saying, oh, actually, what's on the laptop, it is true and it is valid, it is his laptop. And then we've had the Daily Mail this week reporting the following. The Russian government held a press conference Thursday claiming that Hunter Biden helped finance a US military bioweapons research program in Ukraine. However, the allegations were branded a brazen propaganda ploy to justify President Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine and sow discord in the US. But emails and correspondence obtained by the Daily Mail.com from Hunter's abandoned laptop show the claims may well be true, and goes on to actually point out that there is evidence on the laptop that exactly what the Russians say happened. The question is, however, why all this is being allowed to come out? Why did Victoria Nuland, the Ukraine lady on behalf of the US government, why did she just admit, when she didn't have to, that there were biolabs in Ukraine? And there's an interesting story on the Off Guardian website this week that was making this point. It points out that the Daily Mail repress all the time truth and leaks. They'll suppress some and go with others depending on the narrative. So why are they telling the truth now, the article asks, about the laptop and the biolabs? It points out that Victoria Nuland had no reason to admit that the labs exist because she lies all the time. I mean, if she ever told the truth, Victoria Nuland, her body would implode from the shock. And previous Hunter Biden laptop stories have been suppressed and called misinformation. So why now are they suddenly allowing all this stuff to come out? There's always an ulterior motive. And The biolab, the article, the Off Guardian article, makes the point that the biolab narrative suits the agenda. COVID came out of a biolab in Wuhan. And that the Russians are saying that these biolabs in Ukraine are working with coronavirus. So again, always more to know. They don't tell you anything unless there's a reason for it that suits them. Biden family ties to communist China revealed on the Senate floor. I mean, this family is so bloody corrupt, it's unbelievable. President Biden might be, almost certainly is, compromised, said Senator Ron Johnson. According to Senator Grassley, additional never-before-seen documents will be revealed in the coming days. Senator Grassley delivered a speech on the Senate floor in which he exposed lucrative financial deals between the communist Chinese government and Joe Biden's brother James, as well as Joe's son Hunter Biden. Extraordinary corruption, and still there. And what does Biden come out with this week? Well, officially, not really, the people that control him. Biden proposes largest ever U.S. military budget. U.S. President Joe Biden has proposed the largest ever military budget, asking Congress for $813.3 billion in the coming year, $31 billion more than the budget approved for 2022. Lawmakers are likely to add even more funding, as representatives from both parties have complained that it doesn't go far enough because of inflation. So you create massive inflation and price rises, and then you have to increase your military budget. And while your population are crucified by the rising prices and inflation and the price of fuel, etc., you don't help them out. You increase your military budget to finance your cult agenda, which owns you.
The coronavirus pandemic started in China. Oxygen, medical supplies, and hospital staff have continued.
One of the 5 vaccines in research.
Stage 1, you create a problem. It could be a manufactured virus. You want a reaction, and you want them to either say, do something, or you want them to accept what the authorities suggest must be done. So one of the agendas is to massively cull the population. They want to reduce the numbers.